Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a general spread for the collective Lights Good. I hope you guys are doing well and had a great weekend. I hope you are able to do things you enjoyed doing and that you didn't get rained out like I did. So anyway, welcome back to the channel everyone. This is going to be a general spread for the collective. This will not be for everyone, so please use discernment and trust your own intuition. This could be about you, them, or someone else. But yeah, we're going to tap into the energy and see what comes out for you guys today. To get the overall messages, I'm going to start up with some oracle cards first, what by the Awakened Soul Oracle deck, to get the overall energy for the reading. All right. I don't have any idea like what they want to talk about. I haven't done a reading in a few days, so I haven't really been tapping into the energy. So I have no idea what the energy is. I just know I need to do a reading. Okay, so let's see what comes out. Sorry about the noise. All right, Holy Spirit, let's get a spirit for the collective. Lights Good. Let it be clear and easy for me to articulate. Thank you for my divine protection. Thank you for your divine wisdom and knowledge. Thank you for your gifts. Actually. All right, let's see what the overall energy is for this reading for the collective today. All right, at the bottom of the deck, after all that shuffling, I still got the same card, which is Sovereignty. I always get like the Justice card with this card, but I know that this card is represents this young lady meeting her spirit guides for the first time, seeing who has been on her team, fighting with her this whole entire time. It's like she's finally meeting her spirit guides, basically. These have been the people that have been protecting this person on this journey so far. They've been the ones that's been fighting the battle with them and things like that. So this is their first encounter with each other in this card. All right. So for some of you, you may have I'm hearing chance of a lifetime moment where you are able to encounter your spirit guides or see them in the spirit realm or something like that. They're going to recognize you. But you may not recognize them. All right. So for some of you guys, these could be 3 different women. It doesn't have to be, but I just kind of get the Holy Trinity with this energy. All right. So Sovereignty is the overall energy for this reading. Okay. Sovereignty. All right. What's the message around sovereignty? Bear with me just a moment. All right, so the overall energy, sovereignty, this card means overall that the symbol for the card is the Virgin Goddesses. The keywords are authority, power, royalty, and jurisdiction. All right. The meaning of this card says that once you receive this card, it means you have arrived and as a sign from the divine within you to own your power. And if you have been giving it away, take it back, right? You may have been giving your power away by allowing others to make decisions for you or seeking their approval over being happy or not having clear boundaries, right? So this Goddess card here is here to remind you that no one but you have the right to say anything about your life and the choices that you do or don't make. They are yours and no one else's. So give yourself permission to be yourself, right? You're also being reminded that through spiritual work and self-love, you can claim your power every day for yourself, regardless of your gender, identity, race, or spiritual path. You are still divine, okay? Even if you are a part of an organized religion or a spiritual group, you still have the right to choose what is right for you. So check with your inner compass whether you are aligned to love. Sovereignty is taking responsibility for your actions and your life as you are the one who has the power, all right? So the affirmation is, for this card, says that you need to claim your sacred power right now. So it says, I claim my sacred power now. Repeat that affirmation every day, okay? So again, this is your spirit guides, your spirit team showing you the way on how to either take back your power or showing that you have this power or asking you to use the power you have, because you're not a victim or you're not a person that should be afraid of whatever comes your way, because you have this inner strength, inner knowing, and inner power that kind of protects you from certain things. Okay, so take it how it resonates, especially if you're a practitioner. All right, if you're a practitioner or a spiritual worker, and you do spiritual work rather, and you don't have a connection with your spirit guides and your spirit teams and things of that nature, you can get yourself really hurt. Okay, because if you don't know who you're dealing with in the spiritual realm, but yet you're doing spiritual work. So it's like, if you're doing spiritual work in the spiritual realm, who are you working with? Are you working with your ancestors, or are you working with other energies? Are you working with good spirits or bad spirits? Who or what are you working with? Do you know? And if you don't know, you need to find out who you're connected to in the spirit realm, because you don't want to be connected to someone who is stealing your energy. Because some people are spiritual rapists. They're saying there are a lot of spiritual rapists in the spiritual reality, right? There are a lot of people in spirituality that will have this high position or give themselves this high position as a high priestess or whatever, but a lot of times they haven't been ordained by God to be considered a high priestess, right? But within their own right, they make themselves someone that is in that position, but it wasn't given to them by God. They gave themselves that position. So these type of people will use their spiritual gifts, let's just call them, to make it seem as if they have spiritual powers, but sometimes they don't have a gift, and they don't have any connection with their higher self or the spirit guides, and they don't have any spiritual authority, ranking, or power. All right, take that how it resonates. Let's move on, please. Thank you. What's the message for the collective? I don't even know who that's for. Take it how it resonates. What's the guided message for the collective in this reading? How this good? We have fun. I'm getting like have fun. It's time for somebody here to have fun. Go back. So basically, it's like, if you haven't been having fun, or if you haven't felt like you are having fun on this journey, and it's just been all work and no play. Yeah, the journey can be sometimes all work and no play, but when you're working all the time and you don't take time to have fun or enjoy yourself, you can become tired or burnt out. So you have to always be able to connect with other things. If you are a spiritual worker, sometimes you got to take a break from that stuff, and you got to get back to reality, because you can't live in the spiritual realm forever. Like, you can't stay there forever. Like, you have to come back down to earth when you're in that energy. So somebody here may need to get grounded, go outside, I don't know, have some fun, connect with your inner child. A lot of you have all your auric field is very colorful. You don't just have one auric color in your field, you also have other colors. So I'm getting blue, orange, purple, pink, yellow, and green. Okay, those could be your auric colors, or you can have all those colors when you so it's like, I don't know, you have this fun, exciting energy. And it's like, when people come around you, you lighten their spirit. You make them feel better. It's because of your aura and your energy. These two people right here could have been having a bad day, and then here you come with your good ass energy, making their life better. You're making them happy. You're making them think about positive things, and you're giving them good energy. That's fine. But also, at the same time, Three of Cups energy, you got to be careful who you share your energy with. Everybody is not your friend. Okay, take it how it resonates. All right, let's move on. All right, and this could also be somebody's inner circle. We have compromise here, okay? Compromise. Somebody here could have been compromised, or they're compromising. Oh, I'm sorry. This card says compassion. It doesn't say compromise. That's for someone. Yeah, so here's the thing. You're a very loving, caring, compassionate person. When people come around you, life just feels better. I went to go visit some people I haven't seen in over a decade yesterday, and I wasn't trying to really stay around them too long. I didn't even really want to go see anybody for real. I was just there on a mission, and I was going to turn around and come right back. But I ended up staying there longer than expected. I was able to see some old friends, people I haven't seen in a while. And everyone that I saw, everyone that saw me, was like super happy and super excited. And we had a really good time, like going down memory lane and talking about things. But it felt good to be around old friends. And it felt even better for them because some of them have gone through some things in life, and life has really been hard for them. So seeing a friend or seeing a face they haven't seen before really made their day. So it was something like that, okay? So I was able to brighten their day, and they were able to brighten my day. I'm not gonna lie, when I left yesterday or coming back home, I really felt drained and very tired. I really felt like I gave out a lot of energy, but it was all good. It was all good. It really was all good, okay? One of my old friends is in a wheelchair. They have one leg. They have a lot of medical issues. The last time I saw them, they were up and alive and kicking and everything. But now they're just, I don't want to say barely hanging on, but they're going through some changes. All right. So it was good to see an old friend, and I felt the same way about them. It was a good time. But anyway, somebody here needs to connect to nature. Like I said, we have dream, we have silence, and we have gift, okay? So somebody here wants to share their gift with you, collective. Or maybe you like to share your gift with somebody, collective. Maybe you want to share your gift with someone, collective. And it's okay to share your gift with people, collective. But again, you just got to be careful who you share your energy with, because everybody doesn't have good energy. Some people just like you to come around because your energy makes them feel better. But when you leave them, you don't feel the way you felt before, So you just got to be mindful of the people that you're spending time with, okay? If they bring like positive vibes or good energy, or if you're able to make them feel better, then cool. Make them feel better. But don't drain your battery trying to charge theirs, okay? So don't drain your battery trying to charge their battery, all right? Take it how it resonates. Let's look at silence from the book, please. The silence card says that the symbol for this card is the locked door and keys. The keyword is observation, perception, listening, poise, and space. All right, so this card means that it is a simple concept, less talking and more listening, right? That's what it sounds easy, but it's hard to do. That is what you are being asked to do if you have pulled this card today. So really listen with your whole being, take it all in, and be aware of your surroundings, your body's reaction. Listen to nature and your inner voice. All right, so listen to nature by going out in nature and connecting with your inner voice, your inner child, your inner self, whatever you want to call it. All right, so knowing the right time to talk and the right time to be silent will serve you very well. It will what you want to say. Sorry, it says will W-I-L-L, what you want to say. Think about what you say before you speak it, okay? Before you speak, think first, right? So it says to will what you want to say and add anything positive to the conversation. What are your motives around you speaking? These are some of the things that you need to consider. Silence can also sometimes be an answer to your response. So let me say it like this. On my trip yesterday, I went to see two different groups of people. I went to see some old friends and some not blood family, but family that I have known for years, right? And every time we get together, it's a good time. There's another side of family that I really wasn't trying to visit when I was there, but they wanted to see me, so I agreed to see them. And I was so anxious about being around them because around them, I really can't be myself. They've always been judgmental of my life choices, whatever. They're blood family. But with them, I don't feel as safe as I did with the people that I adopted as my family or adopted me as their family. It's a different type of relationship. But either way, I was able to entertain both of them, but it was just a different experience for me and for them. Nonetheless, they're basically saying that sometimes when you're speaking things into your reality, we may choose words that are not in high vibration. We may say something like, I'm broke. I don't have no money right now. Instead of saying that, negative statement about not having any money, how about saying something positive about, I need to go to the bank and withdraw the money from my account because, it's like, just know that Okay, that wasn't a good example. It's like you saying to the universe, I don't have any money, I'm always broke. By saying that, you're going to always be broke. But if you say that your money is coming or your money isn't here yet, then you're saying to the universe, you're waiting for that money to come in or to allow that to come in. So basically, you got to make sure that when you speak things into your life or your existence, make sure you're using positive words to do those things. You don't want to say anything negative that could manifest something negative. There's a lot that took place on my road trip yesterday that really was questionable for me. I got into a little accident with an 18-wheeler truck. It was just a fender bender, but it could have been worse. Thank God it wasn't. And then on the way back, we were hit with all kind of rain and windy weather. It was foggy, we couldn't see, and I was the driver, so it was like really hard for me to navigate through all those different things. But I made it back safe and sound because I'm always aware of my surroundings, right? So it's like, as long as you're always aware of your surroundings, then you'll be able to discern the energies of the people around you, and you will know how much to give and how much to take, say like that. Okay. But anyway, the other side to this card is that you deserve to be heard, and that people shaming you for speaking up or speaking out is more about them than it is about you. You have everything right to your space. You have every right to your space and for your people to pay attention to your ideas. Don't allow anyone to shame you for this. Gossip, spying, not standing up for yourself or speaking up for yourself, fear of speaking up for yourself. Those are the shadow meanings of this card, all right? The affirmation says that I know when silence is all that is needed. So like I said, I was traveling with someone else, right? Outside of the elements that were going on around me, within the vehicle that I was in, there was someone there that was agitating the life out of me. Side seat drivers always had something to say about everything. And I offered to switch seats with that person several times, because if it was my driving that was making you feel some type of way, let's switch roles and let me sit where you are and you do all the driving. Well, that wasn't what they wanted. They just wanted to control everything. But it drove me crazy to the point where I had to just become silent and not speak and keep my thoughts to myself, because had I kept feeding into it on top of everything else that was going on, it would have made it worse, right? So I had to be quiet a lot on the trip, on the way there and back. I couldn't speak as much because speaking was causing chaos and conflict and unresolved issues, right? So it was like, why even bother with that conversation? Just be quiet, right? So anyway, moving on. Okay. So here's the thing. We have a gift here. A silence is a gift. Silence is a gift. Your silence is a gift. Your silence is killing someone. You not speaking to someone or talking to someone or reaching out to someone is making them wonder about you. Like, why are they not reaching out to me? Why haven't I heard from them? Do they still miss me? Are we going to still be together? Is it still X, Y, and Z? Somebody has a lot of questions about you. I'm getting a phone call, and I'm not going to stop this reading. Okay. Yeah, somebody's asking somebody questions about you, collective. I don't know what they're asking them about you, but it's like they're asking somebody questions about you. Like, how do you feel about the collective? Do you think the collective is this, or do you think the collective is that? What do you think about the collective? So they're having a conversation about you for some reason. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's none of their business, it seems. I don't know. Somebody's asking questions about you. All right. I wanted to look at gift before I move on, because I've never seen that card before. And I think this is a spiritual gift for some of you, but some of you, somebody who could be trying to take your gift, use your gifts, steal your gifts, whatever. So, yeah. All right, so the fun card showed up. I was looking for a gift, and it says to be joyful, playful, and carefree, okay? This card says that having fun is a healing energy. It's a powerful way to heal yourself, right? It refreshes your cells, it gets the blood flowing, and does wonders for invigorating your emotions and your mind. Fun is whatever immediately lifts you up in your space where you are and increases your mood and transcend the negative energy. So some of y'all need to go outside to transmute the negative energy around you. Maybe you can't get away and take a trip somewhere and be by yourself. Okay, but you still need to find somewhere you can go by yourself in silence so you can reconnect to yourself. Okay, because some of y'all are being drained by someone here. Every time you come around, they got something heavy they want to talk about, or there's always an issue with them, and you got to always lift them up in spirit or pray for them or whatever. And it's like, dang, when can I ever come to you and get that from you when I need someone for me? Why every time I come around you, you always need me to pour into you? When are you going to pour into me? I need that same energy from you, right? Something like that. Take it how it resonates. But anyway. The gift card, it says the symbol for the card is a mermaid with a crown. This is treasure, blessings, and abundance, and receiving and accepting. Okay. This card represents a time of blessings coming your way and being received. So align yourself with this energy by staying open and grateful for the blessings in your life, being ever ready to accept more. Okay. This is an art of receiving humbly and with graciousness. Often people find it easier to give than to receive. This may be a sacred challenge to you to accept more positive things in your life and about yourself. When I tell you, I got so many compliments yesterday from the people I visited about how I look, just different compliments. And I was so open to receive them. And I didn't know how to receive them at first, but I had to be open to them because to them, I do look different. To them, I haven't changed. To them, I am X, Y, or Z. And that made me feel good with myself because when I see myself, I don't see those things. I see myself every day. So I don't see what they see. But because they haven't seen me in decades, they still saw me the same way. Nothing had changed. So that made me feel good knowing that the people that I used to know still see me the same way. Like they were so enamored by my look, and I wasn't overkill looking that no certain type of way. I just, you know what I'm saying? I even felt like I didn't have enough time to get myself together, but I had to, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, I wasn't even trying to show up to be admired by them, but I was being admired by everyone who saw me. And that was the first time from my family that ever happened for me. Like they gave me so many compliments on my look, it was ridiculous. I didn't even know how to accept it. So I just had to accept it. I accepted it, right? And that made me feel good, honestly. The shadow meaning of this card says blocking your abundance, ignoring your gifts and the gifts around you, and self-doubt. So there's a negative and a positive energy here. Somebody here is embracing themselves for who they truly are, and somebody else is having a hard time embracing themselves, accepting themselves where they are. Okay. So let's see. I don't want to use this. Let's get something different. All right, let's clarify this reading for the collective highest good and see what comes out. Sorry about the little background rants or whatever, but it goes with the message somehow. And it also felt good to go back home. It felt good to see those people again. I probably won't see them again for a while, but I mean, it felt good to see them. It really did. It was like we never separated from each other. It's like we never separated from each other. The connection was still there. Even though there was time and space between us, the connection was still there. So there's a connection here where there's time and space between two people, but no matter how far or how much space or time is in between you, there's always still a connection with you and this person. All right. So there may be time and space here between you and someone, but there's always a connection here between you and this person. That'll never change. This person will always see you for who you truly are. We got the King of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Swords here. Somebody's being honest with themselves, maybe you or them. We got the Devil on the shadow side, which is, we got the Devil. We have the Devil here, okay? Somebody compromised themselves. So the Devil landed on top of compromise. Somebody here compromised themselves. They sacrificed themselves here. Somebody sacrificed themselves or compromised themselves, got themselves something's I don't know, but show some compassion is here. Compassion. Somebody needs, when I see my friend who I used to kick it with real bad back in the day in a wheelchair with one leg, I didn't even know how to I didn't even know how to hug her because I was shocked. First of all, I didn't want to react to what I was seeing. So in that moment, I didn't even know how to embrace her because I didn't want to make her, it was different, right? I wasn't expecting that. But she needed a hug. She needed a hug. She needed that hug from me. And I needed that from her. And hopefully that'll make her feel better. I don't know if it won't give her leg back, of course, but maybe it'll give her some kind of hope. I don't know, but I'm sorry. The devil is here. The Five of Pentacles is here. The Ten of Cups wanted to come out, and the Knight of Cups wanted to show itself. The story behind my friend in the wheelchair is kind of sad because back in the day, she was dealing with someone that unalived himself because he was suffering so bad with mental issues, I guess, and he just had enough and he couldn't face his demons, I guess, and he decided to unalive himself. And so we were all friends, right? We all hung out together. So when he passed away, I guess, or took his own life, she was not able to recover from that loss. She was pregnant with his child when he did that to himself, and her daughter now is 18, or their daughter now is 18. But she's raising her daughter by herself. The father's not there, and now she's not doing well. And I mean, I don't know. I guess she was stressed or overwhelmed, so she needed to see a familiar face or something like that. I don't know, but somebody here needs to escape some type of mental prison. And it's crazy because her I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, moving on. What's the energy around this reading? This may just be for me. I don't know, but someone else may be able to relate to this message as well. We got the Eight of Swords, mental prison. I want to say that before we saw each other yesterday, I was told she never comes out of her house. She never comes out of her house. She never goes anywhere. She just kind of stays in her own prison, right? And I guess that was her first time coming out in a while. And I guess that was the whole point of my trip because I wasn't going to see nobody. I wasn't expecting to see nobody, honestly. But it worked out to where everyone that I did not know I would see, I saw. And it was so, I don't know, I'm still processing my emotions about that. But anyway, somebody here feels trapped in their own prison. Somebody wants to get out of this place. They want to go away. They want to escape. They want to have fun. They want to go away or something like that. They want to escape this pain, this whatever. I don't know. We have the Queen of Cups to the Emperor, to the Nine of Wands, to the Tower, which doesn't belong here. And neither does this Temperance card. These two cards don't even go in this deck. It's like somebody needs some time to themselves to recover from something they went through that they haven't been able to recover from in a while. And it's like until they get that time to themselves to go through and process how they feel about something they've been through, they're not going to be able to like escape this mental prison. So when I went back home, I guess I'll call it, I don't like that place. I would never go back there again and stay there ever again. That place was awful for me. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. I mean, it just was not where I want to go. But anyway, the people that I went to go and visit feel the same way. They haven't been able to find a way out of that place. They're still stuck in that place where they were in the past. They haven't been able to evolve from that place. They're still in that prison. So going back in time to see them in the same place they were before, it's like, damn, nothing has changed. And they feel so comfortable sitting in that energy. And for me, I just could not see myself there anymore. Like, I'm glad I was able to get away from that place, or that could have been me too. So it's like for somebody here, this could have been you too. You could have been stuck in this mental place. You could have been in a situation where you were stuck for a long time, but finally you got out of it and now you're free. But it's like for a long time, you were either stuck in a miserable place or, I don't know, misery loves company kind of energy. And I feel like you got tired of feeling sorry for yourself and you decided to do something about it. You left. You left and you moved on and you got yourself away from whatever this was because you couldn't take it anymore. You couldn't take it anymore. You couldn't take the abuse. You couldn't take the environment. You couldn't take the people around you. You couldn't suffer anymore like this. So you had to let go of whatever this was to receive your crown. So you had to go through this, whatever this was. They had to go through this. They have to go through this, whatever this is for them. But somebody here has to go through this in order for them to receive. Hold on, let me plug up my phone. I got it, Spirit. Hold on. So this is what somebody is going through right now, right? This tower moment. This is what they're going through right now. They have to go through this in order to receive their crown. You've already gone through this tower moment, whatever it was for you. You already been through this. You are no longer a part of this anymore. You're about to receive your crown, your gifts. But somebody else in the shadows, that's lurking in your shadows, is going through this right now. They're going through this right now, right? They have to go through this to get to this energy, to get to this crown, okay? That's the only way. So they may be needing to go within and do some inner work on themselves in order for them to stop being so it's like they're saying this person is a danger to themselves. They're a danger to themselves and everybody else around them. No one is safe with this person. You're not safe with this person. If you're with this person right now, if this is somebody you're dealing with right now, it's like they're saying you need to get away from this person because you're not safe with this person. You're not safe with this person. They may not have done anything to you right now, but given the opportunity to do it, they will. As soon as the opportunity comes, they will. So you're not safe with this energy. Somebody's compromising or being compromised here, or they got compromised here. Somebody's compromised. It's like there's been a breach in the system. Somebody has conformed to somebody else's beliefs, or somebody here is under some type of contract with the devil. So you're not safe with this person. You see this card right here? I love animals, and this is some shit I'll try to do. I'll try to feed a monkey in a tree, not knowing what to expect. This monkey looks innocent, right? It looks like it needs help. She's willing to help this monkey and help him get out of this tree, right? I don't think this monkey is innocent. I think this monkey is pretending to be innocent or stuck or whatever this is, but I don't think he's trapped. If this monkey wants to get out of this fucking tree, all they got to do is climb down, climb out of the tree. They're not stuck. But it appears they are stuck in this energy, but they're not stuck. If they want to get out, they can. But in order to get out, they got to do something to do it. They can't just sit there and wait for somebody to come and let them out. They got to get themselves out of this energy. And the way to get out of this negative energy is to go outside and have some fun. Break free from the day-to-day routine. Get out of your head about whatever this is. Stop letting this worry you or concern you about whatever this is. Don't let this concern you. Whatever this is, don't let it concern you. It doesn't concern you. This is not you. This is them. This is what they're going through at the moment. This is how they feel about their life right now. This is what they miss an opportunity to have with you. This is their karma, not yours. You have been free from this person. You're about to receive your gifts or your crown. So you had to go through this situation to get to the end, to get to your crown. Now you have the keys. You have your keys back. Somebody got their keys back. You got your crown back. So I'm going to flip it a little bit because now we're talking about somebody else who's about to get their crown back. Somebody here lost their crown because they were in karmic energy, devil energy, not being honest with themselves, in their shadow energy. So to get this person back on track, God had to take away their gifts. To get their gift back, they had to go through whatever this was to prove themselves, to be able to maintain, honor, respect, value their gifts. So they lost their gifts, Five of Pentacles. Somebody lost their gifts, or they gave somebody else power over them. You could have been the gift that God gave this person, and they lost you because they would not submit to you, commit to you, honor you, value you, respect you, protect you, whatever this was. They didn't do their job. So since they couldn't do the job they were supposed to do, which was protect you, you're being protected from them now. So this person could be a danger to themselves and or to you. So if this is somebody you're still dealing with, be mindful. Be mindful. All right, I want to read the devil on this card from the book. See what it says. What number is this? Okay, 25. I meant 15. I said 25. I meant to say 15. Card number 15. My book is so messed up. It's so messed up. It got wet and it's damn near destroyed. But I'm going to still use it anyway. I just got to find this guy. The devil is right after the temperance or the hangman. Oh, no. The devil comes after the temperance. So, yeah, this is card number 15. This is the devil. Oh, shoot. And how about his page won't open up? I can't even really read it. But anyway, the devil card in this vice versa deck. I'm sorry about all this, y'all. I'm trying to get it together. The devil from this card says that it is time for a serious self-examination and is asking the question, are you the devil in this scene or are you the one that's in bondage? Somebody here is in bondage or somebody here is the devil. Somebody is in bondage with the devil. Somebody is in contract with the devil or somebody is in union with the devil. So this could be the devil or this could be somebody who's bonded by the devil, in bondage by the devil, with the devil energy, whatever. The devil comes out the devil comes out when we exert our power over weaker or more vulnerable people. If you have been bullied or intimidated by someone, or if you are keeping someone in a relationship against their better judgment, take a good look in the mirror. If you are the one who is bound, seek a way to break free from your chains. Your servitude is not to be a person or a position or addict. The devil is the fool here. So, let me see this again. Your servitude may not be to a person or a position. Addicting and destructive habits are the devil's fools. So basically they're saying that somebody here suffers with some type of addiction, mental health issues, some type of issue, right? And they're giving power to the devil to control them. What God is saying is that the devil has no power over you unless you give him your power. If you believe that you have whatever this is, speaking negative about your situation, is going to be, you're giving the devil power to control you. So the devil was trying to provoke me to respond to the negative energy around me yesterday by causing chaos on my journey, right? Creating conflict and whatever else. So in order for me to not give the devil power over me, I had to silence my mind and silence my thoughts. Because if I kept feeding into that energy, I would have, matter of fact, if I had been arguing with this person on the way home, driving home with the conditions of the weather being wild and crazy, we went over a few bridges where there's nothing but water beneath us. There was construction and shifts in the lanes that require you to be cautious of the changes in the lanes. And it was wet and dark. Okay, so if I'm arguing with the devil, let's just call it, and I'm not focused on the road, I could have drove all of us off the fucking bridge and we all could have been dead today if I had gave in to that energy. I had to silence my mind and focus on what I was doing to block out the negative energy to be able to get us back home safe and sound. And we made it. It took us a while to get here because you couldn't even drive the speed limit. We were doing 55 on the highway. That's how the roads were so bad. Floods in some places. It was crazy, right? But the devil was trying to get me distracted with all that shit so I can drive me and my family off the fucking bridge and we not be here today. But I fought the temptation. I fought the urge to fight back. I gave it to God and I told God to take the fucking wheel. Because I'm about to go off. This shit is crazy. I'm trying to, and that's kind of what I'm getting. This is somebody who wants to kind of disturb your peace or like they're not at peace with themselves. They can't live with themselves. They can't forgive themselves. They can't believe what they did and this and that. It's like, damn, how could I do this? Why did I do this? How could I be so dumb? How could I let the devil use me like that? How could I not see the truth about what was going on? Why was I so confused? Questions. That's what they're feeling right now. Confused. How did I do this? Why did I do this? Right? You were the gift. And now you're gone. And now they're alone. Living in a terrible, terrible, terrible place. They're not happy. They're not able to understand why they decided to do what they did or why they allowed this to happen. They don't. My ex was at the reunion, if you want to call it, because he's my son's father. So he came around as well. And so even with him, we were able to sit down, talk, and have a decent conversation. There was no hard feelings, but this man dogged me out in the past. But I was in a place now where I can sit with him and conversate with him and just be at peace with everything. There was no, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm getting. This is how you have to be with this person. You can't let them trigger you again. Tower could be somebody trying to trigger you, trying to get a reaction out of you, trying to get you to respond with negative energy. Do not respond to the situation with negative energy. That's what they want you to do. They want to get power over you. They want their power back. So you giving them that response is giving power over you. All right? So don't feed into the negative energy. Block it out. Block it out. Block it out. Just block it out. What's the gift card and the silence energy? What's silence? What's the silence energy? We got the Hermit. I mean, go within. Listen, the Hermit clarifying silence, that's the exact energy. What's the gift? What's the gift? The Queen of Cups on the shadow side. What's the gift? The Ten of Cups. I ain't got nothing but love for you, Charlotte. I ain't got nothing but love for my family and friends. But I'm glad I was able to remove myself from that life and find somewhere else where I could be myself. I would be in the same situation they're in if I had stayed around their negative mindset or those negative conditions. I would have never known that my life could be different had I not moved on, right, with my life. So how do you know if your life is going to be different if you move on from whatever this is? What kind of life, what would life look like if you were to move on from the situation? Like, it won't always be this way, right? I don't know. I feel like the Queen of Cups on the shadow side is them saying that there is no emotional attachments. You have to love people without, this is not unconditional love. This is unconditional love. Regardless of who, what, when, how, where the situation played out for you, you still have unconditional love for your family and your friends. You still, you know, have a soft spot in your heart for these people, but it's not like you're going to go back to that place again with these people or allow these people back in again because you still have that spot, that soft spot for them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I still care about you and I still, you know, whatever, but I can't go back there with you again. So I'm getting, you can't go back there with them again, or don't go back there with them again. Like, let this be your last time investing in whatever this was. The Ten of Pentacles is here. So this was your last lifetime. This is a lifetime curse that was broken when you walked away from these people. So you broke the generational curses on your family bloodline when you walked away from these people. And let me just say this, and I'm not trying to make it about me, but, you know, everything's relevant. When my family, bloodline family, saw my children and how grown they are now, how big they are and how good they are and da-da-da-da, compared to what they thought they would be, they're in total shock that I, a single mom, was able to raise my family with no help, no support, no resources, no whatever from anybody really. And my adopted family was more of my real family than my real family was, right? To see me still look this way and have this, that, and the third, and my kids be this, that, and the third, it makes them shocked to see that we were able to overcome all the things that they try to put on my path. Like, my family was never supportive. I didn't even have a family dynamic where we were close knit. When my grandma passed away, everybody went their separate ways. And I started making my own family bloodline. I created my own family. And that's who I cater to, my own family now. I don't cater to the family members I was born into or the family I was born into. I don't even really deal with them like that. They just got lucky yesterday because, one of my children wanted to go and see their cousin. It was forced on me. I didn't make the choice. I just went with it. But I was able to compose myself in the situation I was in. We got the high priestess on the shadow side. Yeah, we can't be doing no dark magic here or retaliating against these people, because this is a thing. Somebody here could be throwing negative energy towards you, collective, but you're not being advised to retaliate against this person. You're not being advised to do to them what they did to you. You're not unconditional love. Unconditional love. Like, I don't know. Just don't give in to them. Don't give in to them. You don't want to give in to them. All right? Hold on. Card number 11. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Justice card. I said it was the High Priestess. I think this is the Justice card on the shadow side. Yeah. So the shadow meaning of the Justice card, it says, it is a time to place your heart on the scale of justice. Nope, that's the wrong side. Hold on. We're on the back side. This card says that when you get this card on this side, do not ever think that you can sneak around justice, karma. You may get away with it for some time, but inevitably the truth will come out. Ace of Swords. It is far better to face it on your own free will than to wait to let justice choose her time to cast a verdict. The situation is fragile and fraught with danger. This person is a danger to themselves and to others around them. If this is someone that you know or you're dealing with, get away from them now, okay? You don't want to wait to see what this person will do to you next. If they've shown you once that they are not able to control themselves when they're angry or whatever, then don't wait for them to get super mad and angry and something bad else happens to you. Like, this is a current energy. This is not a past energy. Somebody currently is going through this with someone that they need to get away from before this person does something else to hurt you, right? It's like, why are you waiting for this person to put this knife in your back again? Why are you just sitting around with your hands tied behind your back? Why are you allowing this person to make you feel this way? Why are you putting yourself in a vulnerable position to be beheaded by the devil? Like, what are you doing here? Are you being held against your will? Somebody here is being held against their will. Somebody here is being held against their will. Somebody's holding somebody bondage, or so the devil could also be bondage. So basically, there's a prisoner here that has been taken by the devil, and they're trying to get free from the devil energy, but they're being forced by the devil to stay in this energy. Just take it how it resonates. So it's like God is trying to tell somebody that in order for you to get free from the devil, you got to believe that you have power over your own enemies. Like, you have power over your enemies. You're giving your power away by believing that the devil has power over you, and he doesn't. He's a fool. He thinks he has power, but he doesn't. He's not God. He don't control a motherfucking thing. The devil can't create nothing on his own. What he gonna create with? He ain't got no power. The devil has no power. The only way the devil has power over you is if you give the devil power over you. If you are addicted to something, you're giving the addiction power to control you. You're giving someone permission to whatever to you. Why are you allowing that to happen? You have a crown that you need to put on your head, and you need to wear it with pride. You need to stop letting other people steal your crown. Like, I don't know. This is weird. Let me get out of this energy. Basically, there's a situation here where somebody was compromised, okay? They've been compromised. Somebody here is compromised, all right? Compromised. They compromised themselves. They sacrificed themselves to the devil. Take how it resonates. And now they're in bondage with the devil. They can't get out, right? The only way, out of it is to go through this process that they have to go through in order for them to get out of it. They have to do something first. We keep saying the same shit over and over again. You have already been released from this energy. You're not bound to it anymore. You're not entangled anymore with this energy. You're free from this energy. But if you go back into this energy again or with this person again, you will be bound to the devil as well, just like them. So why do yourself a disservice or dishonor yourself by going back to this devil energy? My ex wanted to, he literally undressed me with his whole mind. I can see everything in his head he was thinking about doing to me. And it was very uncomfortable. But I didn't feed into it. It was just like, really, nigga? I'm sorry, my bad. But really, it's been 10 plus years since I've seen you, and you know, like, it was weird, but it was cool, you know, at the same time. It didn't faze me at all. I just knew that I wasn't interested, and he saw that, and he didn't try to pursue it or nothing like that, but he was so hoping that there was a little bit left in me that still wanted him in that way, and that I would give in to him. And the doors to the sacred waters are locked under key. Nobody has access to that energy, not even you, sir. No. And so there's that. Take out with me. But yeah, I'm about to move on. I'm sorry. This is more of a personal story than it is a reading, but you know, take it how it resonates. It all goes together. Somebody compromised themselves. They got themselves in a situation they can't seem to get themselves out of. They don't know what to do with this information or with this energy. They don't know how to, like, stand up for themselves. They're afraid that if they do that, they're going to get punished by the devil and so on. Somebody's living in fear. Like, oh my God, what do I do? They're not showing up as an emperor energy for sure. They're showing up as somebody who's afraid of what's going to happen. We got heavy hands involved here. Those heavy hands involved here are going to be spirit in the Most High, because now it's gone too far. Now it's too late for somebody. Yeah, curtains are closed. It's over now. So yeah, somebody here has fucked up for the last time or did something they wasn't supposed to do here. They thought they was going to get away with it, like the card said. Silly rabbit, you thought you was going to get away with this, and yeah, you may have done it for a while now and it never caught up to you, but now is the time where you will be judged for what you've done here. This is like the heavy head wears the crown. So the crown is given to those chosen by the God to wear the crown. Like, you can't go out and buy your own crown. You can go out and buy your own crown and put on your head, but the crown ain't anointed by God, then it's just a fucking crown. It ain't the truth. It ain't authentic. It ain't real. It's fake. It's false gold. It's not the real deal. So somebody here is not the real deal, and you are. So somebody here is not the real deal, but you are. So your head can be heavy. Oh, and let me tell you this. When I was driving back home, I had a crown activation. I went through some type of portal, and it just shifted my energy, and my whole crown started tingling on the top of my head. And I was like, what the fuck? It felt like I got hit by lightning or some shit in my crown chakra. So it was completely activated on my way back. So that whole trip was a part of the process to get me to this level. Without that trip, I wouldn't have went through any of those things or experienced none of those things, and I wouldn't be myself. I wouldn't be where I am right now. It's like, I don't know, but yeah, heavy's the head that wears the crown. My crown chakra is tingling right now. So yeah, somebody thought that you were number one, that they were the one and you were not the one, and that they were the one that should have gotten this opportunity, or they should have been the one that received this gift. So somebody is mad because you got the gift and they don't. Your gift came from God and theirs didn't, okay? I thought they were my twin. Same old energy. Somebody here thought somebody was their twin, and that's why they did this to you. Somebody here tried to steal your destiny, but they failed. Somebody here could be a passed over loved one that's on your spirit team. That's your spirit guide as well. Somebody here standing with you that's deceased or passed over. Spirit guide is one of your deceased family members, okay? So for one of you guys here, one of your spirit guides is one of your deceased family members, okay? That stands with you as well. Turn your pain into gain, okay? It ain't funny no more. Nope, it's not. Look, dark magic at play here. All right, and we got a clean slate. Somebody is having seances and communing with dead spirits and things like that. So yeah, somebody here took a wrong turn. Somebody here took a wrong turn. On my way going to my destination yesterday, they've been doing work on the highway or whatever, and the exit to a certain highway used to be on the left, right? but the construction work that they've been doing has moved the exit to that highway to the right side of the highway. So when you go down, instead of me normally going to the left to merge into the right highway, I went the wrong way. So I had to turn around and go around this loop to get back on the highway I was supposed to be on. So again, this is so significant to my road trip this weekend that it's not even funny. And I wasn't even able to understand why so many things was happening at one time yesterday until now. And I feel like somebody was like sending negative energy, knowing that, or trying to cause some kind of situation with me and my family, and it didn't work. And if that was somebody who was trying to make me have a car wreck, or I did have a car accident by a fucking 18-wheel, I got hit in the back. But it was just the traffic wasn't moving, so the hit wasn't that hard. But had we been going at a faster speed and he didn't slow down fast enough, he would have made a sandwich out of me and my kids in that car that day. I mean, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. We really wouldn't be here. There would have been no way we would have been able to walk away from that accident unless it was just a miracle. But I was in between two trucks and the 18-wheeler hit me in the back. And he didn't want to call the police. He didn't want to call the police. He wanted to pay me out of pocket for the damages or whatever the case was. But baby, we got seers here. Somebody here is definitely a seer, a high priestess. We have Finish Him, Mortal Kombat. All right, don't get in your own way. Okay, nothing can stop you now. And we got an energy harvester here. So yeah, maybe you thought this was your twin and it wasn't. Maybe this was your twin, but it's not. Maybe they thought they would become. So I feel like this past person was supposed to do something here to be able to wear the crown, but they were not able to get their crown because they were not able to overcome their challenges. They were not able to honor their commitment. So the masculine isn't receiving their crown or this person isn't receiving their crown because this person gave their crown to somebody else. You're receiving your crown because you kept your crown. You kept your heart pure and innocent. You show unconditional love, and you gave this person, the love that they didn't deserve, basically. And you're going to get whatever you gave them from somebody else who knows how to defend you, to protect you, and honor you, and commit to you, unlike your past person who was harvesting your energy. All right, so curtains closed. It's over now. I was so glad to get back home last night. I was supposed to be back by 6:30. I got home at 11 o'clock last night. I didn't go to sleep until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Like, that was the longest 2-hour drive trip I ever took in my life. It shouldn't have taken me that long to get back. But I'm telling you, the devil did not want me to make it back home. Everything that could have been done was being done to test my patience, to test my endurance. I was being tempted by the devil every which way to do X, Y, and Z, and I didn't give in. I mean, it was crazy. But I enjoyed my trip, overall experience. But I wish, baby, listen, I'm glad it's over. Death would not save you. So yeah, somebody here thinks that death is going to save them, but it is not, because as soon as you leave here, you're going right here to where you belong. All right, so death ain't gonna save you either. So I want to look at, I thought this was my twin. So if this person thought that you were their twin, this person thought that they were their twin, somebody else was their twin, why did this person think that somebody else was their twin? Why did this person think that someone else was their twin? Why did this person think that someone else was their twin? Why did they think this way? What made them think that this was their twin? We got the Page of Cups. I heard a love spell. My love. They did a love spell on this person to make them fall in love with them. Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands. So this person thought this was their twin because the person they thought that was their twin did some kind of love spell on them to block them from seeing the truth. So this person thought this other person was their twin because that person did something on this person's mind to make them not see the truth. So they blocked their intuition so they wouldn't see the truth. So I guess it was some kind of spell work that they used to block this person's intuition so they wouldn't see the truth about who they really were. So basically, the masculine had a twin, false twin, that used spell work to block their energy so that the masculine couldn't see that they were not their twin. Okay? So they cloaked themselves in another energy so this person could not see who they really were. But the mask is coming down and the truth is being revealed to this masculine who this person really is. They have the truth now about who this person really is to them. Yeah. They figured it out. So they figured it out now, but now it's too late because now it's over between you and them. And now they can't get out of their head about what happened to you or with them. So basically the same thing is coming out. This person realized after the fact that you were their twin, and they thought that this was their twin because this person cloaked their energy to make themselves look like their twin, and they was not. All right. So the devil used a counterfeit counterpart to trick the masculine into thinking that they were their twin when you were the real twin the whole time. They just couldn't see it at first, but they see it now. All right. Three of Wands and the Hermit again. Yeah, we got the same cards coming out. So there's that. This masculine has truth and clarity. He knows the truth about this false twin. So what is his next move towards the collective, if anything at all? If this masculine moves toward the collective, is this going to be a safe connection for them? Low self-worth. Hold on. A lot of these cards are not even supposed to be in here. I promise you everything. I lied to get what I wanted. Obsession, devil energy. Yeah, so no, this is not your twin. I don't know why they're not seeing this person as your twin anymore, but whatever they did with this other energy has caused them to lose that position as your twin. So because of that, your twin is no longer your twin. Your soulmate is coming in to replace your twin flame. Your twin flame got caught up in all this other shit, and now they're in some place where they can't seem to get out of a space they're in to get themselves out of that energy. They're stuck in some kind of like karmic loop cycle, whatever. If you got children with this person, your child is going to be protecting. Your child is going to be protected from this energy. It's almost like this demonic spirit that's on the father is trying to pass down to the child because the devil doesn't want the child to be free, to have freedom or something. But it's like your child is protected from the devil energy as long as they're with you. Once you give this person access to this child, the influence of the devil will have access to this child. So if you have children together, you don't need to let this person around this child because this person is a bad influence on your child. If your child is around this person, get your child away from this person, even if it's the father or the mother, because if they're a bad influence on the child will be just like them. So here's the thing. I don't know why they keep making this about a child right now, but there's a child involved here for some of you that's around a person that is a bad influence. The bad influence could be the other parent, the other father, whatever. They're feeding this child negative thoughts, energy, so this child can come back to you in this devil energy to feed off of your energy somehow, okay? Whoever this is caught up real bad in something else that they got themselves in, and they're looking for a way out through you. They're using the child for some of you to do that, but for some of you, it's not a child. For some of you, this child is being abused by this person. Take it how it resonates. They promise you everything, but they lied to get what they wanted. This person has no self-esteem and low self-worth, no self-value, no worth, no self-worth, no self-love. They don't love themselves, so they can never love you. They don't love themselves. So this person was able to be deceived by the devil because they had low self-esteem and no self-worth. All right? And you have more love and more self-worth for yourself now than you did before. So, I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Is there anything else before we close out this reading? I'm about to end this. An hour long. What in the sound? Close this out. We have the U-turn card. They wanted to come out going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way. Things didn't go the right way. And we have Witch Doctor. Don't let them gaslight you again. Yeah, don't let this person gaslight you again. I feel like the reason why they did it before is because they were under the influence of somebody else. Somebody else blocked their intuition so they can see the truth about who you really were. But now they have clarity about who you are, and now it's too late. All right. So they may try to gaslight you in some type of way to get you to forgive them again, or to get you to accept them back again. My ex tried to gaslight me. I mean, granted, I do look good, but I'm just saying, like, the way he was coming on to me, like, dude, all right. So if this person comes near you again, is what I'm getting. It's going to be war between your spirit guides and their spirit guides. So you have protection from the Holy Spirit, divine power. You have gifts that you don't even know about, but you're being protected from this person because they're under the influence of the devil, and the devil is using them to get to you. So if they come back again in this nice ass playful energy, don't be deceived by their actions. All right, don't be deceived by the things that you want to see. Don't let them deceive you by acting like they're not the same, because they are the same. They're just hiding it more now. You won't see it in the beginning. You won't see it right away, but if you look closer, you'll see it, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta wrap this up. This is too long. Pull away from this energy if this is you. But yeah, if this person comes back around again to fuck with you again, it's going to be a battle between them and your spirit guides, because your spirit guides has already warned them to stop playing in your energy, to leave you alone, let you move on, let you be at peace, and let you be happy. But because their life is so miserable and whatever else, they can't live without you moving on without them. So they're doing something to try to stop you from doing that. They're going to be stopped instead. All right. So this person could have demonized you, defamed your character. They're going after the chosen one, spiritual community. They're going after the spiritual community, I'm hearing, for those that are called and chosen and anointed by God to deliver the messages in clarity and truth without any demonic influences. So basically, separate message. Collectively, we have different people here working for different sides. We have those of the dark and those of the light. Dark spiritual workers are coming against light workers because the dark workers don't have gifts like light workers have, or something like that. It's like they're trying to steal the light energy for themselves to manifest with. So what they do is dark spiritual workers, I guess, will find light spiritual workers, and they will unite with them, partner with them, and become spiritual workers together. But in the spiritual reality of things, they're feeding off of your gifts to make themselves more enlightened. You know what I mean? They're not using their own gifts, they're using yours. So you have to protect your energy from these dark forces, these negative energies. And if those of you that are dealing with a negative energy, a witch, a warlock, demon, whatever this is, they can't hurt you anymore. I don't really know. Like, this is weird. It's like good versus evil. Light workers versus dark workers, spiritual workers coming against each other, trying to steal each other's gifts, or like, I don't know, manipulate each other. Go the distance at the bottom and out to sea. We got a masculine again coming out. Masculine energy with gain. Balance is going to come from, or this new masculine that's coming in is going to go the distance with you. So basically, and they keep giving me all these sidebar messages, which I don't like them doing, but there's a spiritual war here between dark and evil, or light and dark energies. There's a light worker and a dark worker that is like fighting with each other, spiritually speaking. The light worker is not even fighting back. The spiritual worker who's doing dark magic is trying to send dark magic to you to block your gifts. They can't block your gifts or your intuition. If you told this dark worker that they were going to be exposed, or you exposed this person to be dark worker, then they're trying to say that you're the one that's doing the dark magic on them. So someone is saying that you exposed, that you're the one doing dark magic on them, that you're the one that's stealing their gifts, but you're not the one stealing their gifts. They don't have no gifts without you. Without you, they're giftless, right? But with you, they can manifest whatever. But when you're not with them and they can't manifest, they try to say it's because you're doing dark magic on them. You're trying to block their gifts, but you ain't doing anything to this person. So someone here feels like Ace of Wands, you're blocking their spiritual gifts, or you're using your spiritual gifts to block theirs, or vice versa. They're using their gifts to block yours. Somebody's using their gifts to block your gifts, but your gifts are more stronger than their gifts. So tap in. All right, fight back, defend yourself. You're stronger than that. You have more power than them. So stop giving them that kind of power over you. Take it how it resonates. All right. Yeah, defend your honor. Fight back. Stop being afraid to defend yourself. I don't know, but they casting spells and the spell's not working, or that they think you're casting spells and they're not working. But this is not about spell work. This is spiritual warfare. The spell work is done. Nobody can spell work nobody no more. Nobody can use spell work anymore the way they used to, because all the spell work and dark magic they was doing was like, it's like they have a baby wand. It's like a little bitty tiny wand compared to your big ass stick. Their magic doesn't work on you anymore. So I don't know. You can't be deceived anymore by the devil. You can't be tricked anymore or something. You have the Empress on the shadow side. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. I'm over this. Take it how it resonates. This is a dark Empress energy, a feminine energy who's not divine at all. They don't even have divine gifts. They can't manifest. The Empress on the shadow side is like somebody being in reverse. The feminine in reverse energy cannot produce, reproduce, give birth to new ideas or anything. They can't co-create with spirit. They don't have the gift, a womb, the power to do so. So they feed off of other people's energy to co-create and manifest with. So I don't know. I don't know. It's like there's a true Empress here who is a divine feminine, and then there's one that's not here. That's all I have. Love and light to y'all. Namaste.